Alright, so AutoCAD's crashed. What do we do now? We've all been in this place. AutoCAD crashes often and consistently sometimes, and you never really know what to do first and kind of the step-to-step process to get our drawings back. In today's video, we're going to be walking through my kind of go-to initial steps whenever I lose or crash an AutoCAD drawing, or even if I can't find one that I know should be somewhere. These are all steps to help recover, restore, and kind of get back to where you were before you ran into that crash. So let's jump into today's video. Alright, so step one in my AutoCAD recovery checklist or process is to open up AutoCAD again. Typically you're going to have a recovered drawing or recovery option provided to you, and if not, you can always open up the Drawing Recovery Manager by typing in Drawing Recovery in the command line here. Drawing Recovery is that command, and you can see I've already got mine open here. By default, this is probably going to be open when you open up AutoCAD for the first time after a crash or failure. So if we take a look at it over here on the left, this is going to be your home base or first stop after that failure or a missing drawing or a crash of some sort. It's going to give you a list of all of the recent files you've been working on, as well as the backup options for each file. So if we go down near the bottom here, these will be the most recent ones typically near the bottom, and you can see this example at the very bottom here, drawing 1, which I may have been working on when AutoCAD crashed. You can see the DWG, that's your original or current file, and if you click on it, you can see in the details down below, you can see the preview down here, and in the details you can see the last time it was saved. So you can see this one was saved a few days ago on October 8th at 10:03 p.m. Now what you'll also want to check is what other options are available here. Sometimes there will be a recover file, and that's if AutoCAD was able to create that before it crashed, or you'll have the AutoSave file, which is the .sv $. This is AutoCAD's automatic save file, so as you're working on drawings, by default it's going to create one of these in a specific location on your temp folder every 10 to 20 minutes depending on how you've got it set up. If you stick around till later in the video, I'll show you how to set those up, as well as I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks to cleaning up and preventing crashes in general, but that's later on. For now, we're looking at how to recover our drawings. So again, you're going to want to choose the one you want to start with. You can even choose multiples of these, but basically select one, right click on it, and click open. This is going to open that version that's being displayed to you here in AutoCAD for you. So if we click here to open the drawing 1, so as I mentioned, this one was last saved October 8th, but we can also look at our other examples up here, and you can see we've got backups and DWGs as well in most of these cases. The .BAK or backup file is going to be your second stop if you have no SV or recover files, since the backup file or BAK file is going to be simply that. It's going to be a backup of the last version of your saved drawing. Now, you're going to lose that work in between the last save and your crash, but a backup file can be useful if your current save has some sort of corruption or error or issue that is causing a constant crash. So if you're opening up a drawing and it's crashing on you again soon after, maybe going to that backup version and restoring that one will be the way to go. So in order to do that, I'm going to bring over an example here. You simply need to find wherever your .BAK is. Typically it's going to be saved by default in whichever folder you've last saved your drawing in. So we've got this floor plan drawing here, and you can see I've got a BAK. So by double clicking on it or selecting it and tapping F2, you can change the file name, and what you need to do is change those last 3 letters to DWG. This is going to make this file a DWG file as compared to the BAK. You can also make a copy of it if you prefer to do that, so you don't destroy or lose that original backup. And then I'll typically also add like a dash backup or revision or recovery, something like that, so that I don't overwrite my original one. And then later on, you can always move those around and rename and change once you know this drawing version is going to be good moving forward. It's going to prompt you to make sure you want to change that file extension. I do. And now I can simply drag and open this into AutoCAD, or simply type open and open it. And now I've got a new working file that has a DWG extension, and this will be, like I said, that previous version. Now moving forward, you're going to want to make sure you clean up and get rid of any issues that may be causing your AutoCAD drawing in particular to crash. If it's a system-wide issue, like regardless of which drawing you're working on, then you may need to look into a reinstall, or perhaps checking into the graphics drivers of your PC. But if it's drawing specific, you're going to want to do some necessary steps to clean the file and prevent that in the future. Before we go to that though, if you haven't already, don't forget to check out my AutoCAD Fundamentals and Workflows course. In it, I teach you all about templates as well as file types, adding and creating text styles, annotative text, layers, layouts, viewports, XREFs, site plans, plotting, PDFs, and everything in between. It's a great course for upping your AutoCAD skills in a short amount of time. Everything is quick and to the point, and comes from my 20+ years of experience using AutoCAD. You can get it at the link up above and down below at a discount for viewers such as yourself. Now, moving along, I mentioned earlier that you're going to want to make some preventative setting changes in case this happens to you in the future as well, and that specifically is setting up your save file or AutoSave settings within AutoCAD. To do that, you can simply type in options and hit enter, and then under the open and save tab here, you can go down to this left side here. Automatic save should be default checked on, but if it's not, make sure you check it on. You can also set the interval between the default saves. I've got mine at 15 for this install. Typically I'll be between somewhere from 10 minutes to 20 or 30-minute saves. It just depends on the type of work you're doing, and if you're willing to risk the longer intervals of losing data for, say, a speed improvement. When I'm working on large or bigger projects, the freezing or saving every 10 to 15 minutes can get a little bit annoying, so sometimes I'll bump that up depending on the project and my risk sensitivity. The other thing to check here is the file type. By default, it is going to be an AC $. I'm guessing that is the extension for an AutoCAD save file. You can change that up if you'd like. I wouldn't recommend messing with it. Everything kind of works together with these files. And then lastly, if you want to know where they're saved, you can click on the Files tab up here and go down to Automatic Save File Location. This is where, by default, those save files are going to be left. So if you ever have a crash and you need to just start looking to see if any of those exist, that is a great spot to start and see if you can find the files that you're missing after a crash. So we're going to just discard the changes since I'm not changing anything, and we're going to go back to here. So remember, go into the Drawing Recovery Manager. You can start looking through and trying to find these files, or you can start digging around and restoring your .bak backups to recover as much as you possibly can from a crashed drawing. So those are the first steps I always do when I lose or crash an AutoCAD drawing, but then once I get it open, I always go through these commands to clean up and ideally fix any errors within that crash drawing to prevent it in the future. So the commands you're going to want to run are the AUDIT command. This is going to find and clean any errors or issues within your CAD drawing, typing it in and hitting enter, and then choosing yes to fix any errors detected. You can see my drawing had none in this one. That's going to help fix any of those weird issues that might be causing a crash. The next one you're going to want to use is the PURGE command. Now, I wouldn't do this until you're further on in the project, but it will eliminate or get rid of any extra layers, textiles, XREFs, blocks, all of that kind of stuff. It'll just remove it and clean your drawing up. This is great to do when you're near or at the end of your project, to purge and get rid of everything within the drawing that you're not using. Another one similarly is OVERKILL. The OVERKILL command, OVERKILL, will remove and delete any duplicate objects that are on top of each other. Many times when you're moving, copying objects, exploding blocks, you're going to end up with duplicate lines, points, text, and you can't even tell or notice it within the drawing. This is going to go through and delete and clean up any of those that could be causing any issues or added clutter in your drawing. And then lastly, you can also use the recover command, and you can use this on a drawing that is closed but you want to fix before opening it. Simply type in recover and select the drawing that you want to repair. This is going to do some of that background work like an audit, but this is helpful for drawings that you can't even get to open. If you want to try and recover and fix those problem files, this is a great command to start. Again, that is the recover command. Simply select the drawing that you'd like to fix, run that command, and it's going to let you know if there are any errors and fix them if possible. And lastly, just don't forget to save as often as you can. And then when you do have a nice clean file that you've fixed up, you want to do a save as, maybe rename it, add a revision number, something to signify that this is the new working current drawing that is having less issues and less errors than your previous ones. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or recommendations for the next video, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, check out that AutoCAD Fundamentals and Workflows course linked in the description and up above. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly videos. Cheers, have a good one.